Hey everybody, welcome to another Premiere Pro install guide. This one we're looking at film textures. And we've got some footage here of people doing something that you should do if you don't want to live a long and healthy life, and that is smoking. And that's why we're using these 35mm film textures, because it gives us that vintage, outdated look, which is exactly where smoking belongs. Okay, so how do we use these film textures? So I like to put them in the libraries panel. My libraries panel is up in the top left, but if you aren't seeing this, click on Window, make sure that Libraries is checked right here. Okay, so Libraries, what is it? This is something that I don't feel like very many editors take advantage of in Premiere Pro. So the point of Libraries is to have a panel where you can access these media assets no matter which project that you're in. So rather than importing your overlays into each and every project that you start, it's just available at any time in the Libraries panel. Then you can go ahead and create all sorts of organization. You can put your film textures in here, overlays, sound effects, transitions, all of that good stuff. So we'll be back here some more in some other tutorials. Right now, I'm going to open up film textures, and I'm going to grab this 35mm film texture, and I'm going to right click and add to project. And that will take me back to my project panel, where I now have this lovely texture with which to work. So I'm going to drag and drop this on top of my footage down here. And you can see that we are a little bit zoomed in. That's because all of these textures are 4K, but I am in a full HD timeline. So what I need to do, come to scale, take this to 50, so that I can see that cool film gate over here on the left-hand side and the right-hand side too. That film look that's so indicative of 35mm film. Problem is that I can't see through this. So I need to test out some different blend modes. Now, where do you find blend modes? Well, click on your clip, come up to Effect Controls. This is on my right-hand side. This might be on a left-hand side for you. And come to Opacity. Make sure that it is opened up. And Blend Mode right here. Now, there's a lot of different kinds of blend modes. And some of them are not very different from each other. Because there's so many different options, it's probably not worth going through all of them. So here's a couple of recommendations. I would try out Multiply. I would try out Screen. Screen does not work for this one. I would try Overlay. And then I would try Soft Light. And I'm going to go with Overlay. Okay, because I like how that gives a dark look on the actual outside of the film. Okay, so that's blend modes. The next thing that you'll need to do is duplicate the texture, because you can see I've reached the media limit on this texture. I can't drag it out to the left or to the right. Okay, so what I need to do is hold down the Alt key and click and drag. Hold down the Alt key and click and drag. Hold down the Alt key and click and drag. And I'm just going to trim this one so that it fits right above my footage. Okay, so that looks pretty good. But I lost some of the color information that's over here on the right side. You can see there's kind of a little bit of blue film burn on this gate. I don't want to lose that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate each of these, holding down Alt, click and drag. And I'm going to change this to Soft Light. I get some of that blue color back. Soft Light. That gives us a little bit more texture, and it gives us that color of the film burn over here on the left-hand side. I like that a lot. So that's how you use film textures and blend modes. Okay, so I'm going to pull this back to the beginning. I'll show you all the different film textures that I've been using in this sequence. And then I've got a little public service announcement there at the end. There you have it. Thanks for watching.